Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Susan Lynn. I'm a psychic medium, and I have a funny story for you today regarding a woman that had crossed over and how she came back to talk to me. So I was at the salon. I have moved recently, so I'm trying out different hairdressers. I'm trying to find somebody that can deal with this that I have going on. Anyway, I'm at a salon a week or two ago, and I've never been there before. And you know how salons are, ladies, you know how salons are. There's a lot of catty talking going on. And this particular salon was it was empty. It was me and one other person in the whole place. And some of the stylists had gathered around and were chatting. Okay. So I'm there and they're trying to be quiet, but it's very hard because there wasn't any other noise in the whole place. And so we could hear what they were saying. So all of a sudden, I heard them talking about this woman, how she was always looking for a discount and trying, and she was nice, but she was always kind of picky and looking for a savings, and had been this woman's client for many, many years. And I mean, many years. And they were, and so, whatever. I'm like, I don't like catty stuff like that. I don't like it when they dish on people because I feel like they're going to dish on me the minute I leave. I just think they're going to dish on everybody, right? It just doesn't make me feel welcome. So anyway, I'm trying not to pay attention. But then I hear them say some other things about her. And then they say, oh, yeah, her name was Peggy. And then she says, yeah, but she's dead now. And I was like, no, don't let it happen. Yes, it happened. As soon as she said she's dead, I knew Peggy was coming. I knew Peggy was coming. So I'm like, no, don't do it. So I'm trying to block, right? Here's Peggy. Boom. Just pops in my energy field. She is standing, so I'm facing towards you, and then those catty ladies would be behind me, and Peggy pops in to the side of me, okay? And she pops in and she has her hands on her hips. Now, I will say that her hair looked beautiful. Her hair looked beautiful. It was like every hair was in place, and it was kind of dirty blonde and short, not as short as mine, down to here, but it was a really nice hairstyle. She was still looking good on the other side, right? And so so I see her. She's not looking at me right now. And she's looking at them, and she's got her hands on her hips, and she's like, I cannot believe they are talking about me like this. I'm not even here, and they're talking about me like this. And I'm sure they talked about me like this when I wasn't here, but at least I was here, on Earth here. Now I'm not even on Earth, and they're talking about me like this. And I'm just trying to not make eye contact. I'm trying not to make spirit eye contact. Now, she isn't a ghost. She's crossed over. But, when you're crossed over, you have the freedom to go wherever you want. And if in the minute you think of it, you end up in the place where you think, okay? So I don't know if she heard them. I don't know if she just happened to be visiting or she heard her name. I don't know why or how she knew to appear at that moment, but she sure did. And she was dressed nice too. She just had a really nice style about her. It was casual, but very trim and stylish in a neutral, undercutted sort of way, right? You could go out to a really nice restaurant for lunch or maybe early dinner, or go to work or go to Target. I mean, I don't know. I should ask her about style. I should have just said, hey, Peggy, come on with me. I need your help. First of all, this woman's not cutting my hair right. So anyway, then she looks at me, because mediums have we have a light or a glow or whatever it is. God knows, we probably have a Teletubbies beacon on our head or something. I don't know what it is, but once they catch on that you're a medium, they want to talk to you. I mean, they want to. So she it's really funny how she does it. So she's looking at the ladies who are kind of changing the subject. Thank God. I mean, thank God. And then she does this thing. She just like all of a sudden snaps her head right around to me. And I'm like, I know my stylist because I literally jerked back. I probably have a hole in the back of my head where she was just like, whap, you know what I mean? And cut a big old piece out. But I couldn't help it. Like this whole thing was going on and my stylist is chatting and I can't even hear her because I'm now involved in this other thing that's going on that nobody knows about. So Peggy looks at me and goes, my God, can you believe the rudeness? What did she say? Something about being uncouth or something like that. She's like, I was her client for years and years and years. I got her birthday cards. I gave her bonus checks. I knew when her daughter was, graduating. I knew about her family. And, I didn't ask for discounts that weren't already advertised. It's not like I wasn't just asking for a discount to ask a discount. If the salon was running a special, I made sure I got my special. That's all I did. And here they are talking smack about me. Now, when she said smack, I almost fell out because I thought this is not the kind of woman that would say smack. But she did. She said smack. So I was like, oh, no, she didn't say smack. Yes, she did. So anyway, she's going on. And she's like, I should have left that stylist a long time ago. I had to constantly tell her how to do my hair. And she would always leave one side a little bit lopsided. And I always had to make sure it was fixed before I left. Because if you didn't fix it when you were there, it was over. You were going to have to deal with that for 3 weeks. You were going to have to compensate. I'd have to blow dry it and use my round brush. No, I'm telling y'all guys, this woman went into detail. All kinds of detail. I used to have to spray it because this side would not match this side. So it's like I had to do my hair completely different on this side than I did on this side because she would cut it uneven every time unless I caught her in the moment. And, sometimes you get chatty and you don't catch them. And then you're home and then it's too late. She's like, and you know what? I bought a lot of that expensive product from her too. I overpaid. Do you want to know what? I overpaid for that product and I did it to support her. And here she is talking smack about me. And I have to agree on the product thing. I'm like, I don't know why we do that, but whatever. But she went on and on and on. And then she started talking to me about, then like we're friends. Like now all of a sudden, like she's going to pull up a chair and sit next to me while I'm getting my hair done. And meanwhile, my stylist is asking me about my summer and what am I up to and what am I doing? And I'm like, I can't do both of these conversations at one time. So I just tried to give my stylist like one word answers so that she would think that I wanted to be quiet or whatever so that I could, because this woman was like going like this the whole time. Maybe I didn't even need to listen to her because she seemed to be having a conversation with herself. I don't know. But then she starts telling me about her daughter and about how she would like to get in contact with her daughter and how does she do it. Swear to God, you guys, the woman is asking me for advice from the other side on how to contact people on this side. So I'm talking to her and I'm like, well, some people send butterflies and cardinals and songs on the radio and, and I know a lot of guys tend to do electrical things, turn power off and on. And you know what this woman says? Out of the blue. I'm giving her all of these wonderful, typical ways for spirit, for loved ones on the other side to contact us. No, you know what she says? Look, y'all, I'm not kidding. Do not be drinking. Put your drink down. She says, well, I made the lawn sprinklers go off on her husband when her husband went jogging in the morning the other day. I was like, you what? Again, I probably have another, I'm not kidding. Look at this hair. This is not a good haircut because I'm talking to a dead person the whole time. I'm like, for real? You made the lawns? She's like, yeah, they were supposed to go off 30 minutes earlier because he always jogs at 5 a.m. in the morning and they were supposed to go off at 4:30 and then they'd be done at 5. But I created a little delay so they went off at 5. And he got so good wet. It was hilarious. And he was, so upset and was running. He was in the middle of his running around the yard trying to figure out what to do. It was hilarious. She was laughing her butt off, you guys. I'm like, do you not like him? Oh no, he's fine, but he's just so full of himself, and he just thinks he thinks he's so much better than my daughter. He thinks he is God's gift to warthogs, and I just needed to bring him down a notch. And I said, well, do you think he knew it was you? Because it doesn't count if he doesn't know it was you. She's like, he will before it's over with. I was like, you know what? These ladies need to be very careful, because this woman is for real. She will go to their house and do things to them. I mean, just think about it, right? So anyway, first of all, I was like, well, that's a new one. I hadn't heard of that. And then I thought, well, maybe I think I have heard of that. Water, I have heard of water. Water, I've heard of. That's a thing my dad would do. My dad would think that's hilarious. I would not think that is hilarious at all. So don't get no ideas up there. So, but anyway, so I said, why are you asking me how to get in touch with your daughter if you know how to turn the sprinklers off and on? That's a pretty advanced thing for someone in your position to be able to do. And she said, well, yeah, I worked really hard on that, and I had some help. I don't even know who she got to help her. I swear to God, I didn't ask. I didn't ask a lot of questions, except for that when she did the sprinkler thing, I had to ask about that. And I said, well, if you can do that, then you can probably pretty easily get a cardinal or get a butterfly to, interact with your daughter. And she said, well, I did a butterfly, and then I did a dragonfly, but she refuses to pay attention. She doesn't get it. She's like so focused on the kids and things that are going on in her life. She just doesn't get the message. It doesn't even register. It's like she's in a different place, right? She's not connected to her environment right now. I said, okay, well, have you tried the song? And she's like, no, we didn't like the same kind of music. So I don't even know what music she likes. And I wouldn't even. And then I told her, I said, so wait, I interrupted her and I said, wait, play a song you like. Of course you don't know what song she likes, but I'm sure there was a song that you listened to when she was a little girl that she would think of you when she heard it. And she said, the only music I can think of that I think she would know would be Christmas music. I said, well, for sure, this Christmas, find the song, especially if it's an odd song, if it's not a song that you hear, on Christmas music radio, right? If it's an unusual song, do that for sure during Christmas, because that will probably get her attention. It'll make her think of you, and that's what we want her to do, right? So she said, yeah, I need something really good, something that really good, like the water sprinklers, but not as damaging. I don't want to upset her or do anything like that to her. I just want her to know that I'm with her and I'm supporting her from this side. And I know what's going on in her life. I know how hard it is with her family. I know what she's going through. And I just want to tell her that. Thankfully, she didn't ask me. I think it crossed her mind. She didn't ask me to contact her daughter because, these things don't work, right? Well, I'm going to call your daughter out of the blue and say, hey, I'm Susan Lynn. I'm a psychic medium and your mom has a message for you. It's, it can work, but it's not really something we suggest. Let's just put it that way. It can be too much. A person has to be prepared. You can't just jump out at them. I know famous mediums do that, but I think overall it's probably not the best thing to do. So she didn't ask me that. And so what was the other thing she was telling me about? A turtle. There's something about a turtle. Oh, right, the turtle. So her kids had a turtle. They had a turtle in a terrarium kind of thing, an aquarium, but with a turtle. It automatically makes it a terrarium. I don't know. And she was telling me that the little girl, she was doing something with the turtle. Peggy, the mom, was doing something with the turtle to make the turtle do pretty different things. Like it was just acting weird. It was doing something with its head. You know what I mean? It was just doing something crazy. And also with its feet, it was dancing. Basically, she was making the turtle dance. The little girl was like, Mommy, the turtle's dancing, the turtle's dancing. And, you know, moms that have kids and are overextended, mom is like, sure, honey, that's nice. You know, so that didn't work either. So she's tried some pretty, I gotta give her credit, some pretty high caliber things. But she's just not having the luck, right? She's just not being able to get through. So I think she came up with the last thing I think she was going to do. This is the thing she was going to do. And then she basically kind of popped out. She kind of said, she just said, oh, it's been fun chatting with you. Got to go. And literally, poof, gone. Just gone like that. But the last thing she was going to do was her daughter has a picture of her. It's a 5x7, so it's like this big. And she was knocking it over so that it was face down. And so her daughter would pick it up and mutter about the kids or the dog and then go about her business. And then the mom would knock it down again. She did this 3 times. And listen, there's other things on this shelf that are not falling over. Just her picture, and the daughter never caught on to it. So I don't think she would have listened to me anyway. She was this woman's a type A personality. I mean, I think she might have been an executive or somebody who, you know, is used to like getting things done, you know, and she didn't need me. I'm going to tell you that right now. She was just chatting with me because I was there. I could hear her, and she wanted to kind of dish on the people dishing on her. So anyway, I thought that was a fun engagement. I've never had that happen before. The minute I heard them say she's dead, I knew. I had this dread. I knew she was coming through. It's like, I don't know how I knew, but I'm telling you, I'm like, oh my God, and there she is. It was hilarious. This Peggy woman deserves a medal for being so skilled at doing things from the other side. Now, the water sprinklers, that, man, she was laughing. She was gleeful that her son-in-law was soaking wet, and everywhere he ran, there was water. There was nowhere out. There was no way back to the house that was safe, didn't have water. So he basically had to run through them, and he was soaking wet. And she said he didn't go out running that day because he was soaking wet. He had to dry off, and he was just irritated. So she, God bless that guy, right? God bless that guy, because I don't know what's going to happen to him. He's got some things coming for him. So listen, the moral of this story is, don't talk bad about the people that are deceased, because they may come back to your house or to your place of work and, you know, send you a little message or give you a little something for doing so. So anyway, I wanted to share this with you. I thought it was a great story. I just couldn't get on here right afterwards, but it's literally ingrained in my mind, because that was definitely a very interesting and different event that happened to me, and hopefully it won't keep happening. Okay, hey, thanks for joining me, you guys. I really appreciate it. If you like this video, please subscribe. Trying to build the channel here, so I need all the subscribers I can get, and hit the like button, because you want to know what? YouTube thinks that people like my videos, and then they show this video to other people who may actually enjoy hearing about Peggy, who came back from the other side to give her stylist a what for. So you guys all take care, and you know what? We'll see each other soon.